I have a specific journey between me and God. How it says in Hebrews chapter 12 is that there's a race marked out for me, and I am supposed to walk the race that is marked out for me. That's my job. So I'm going to do that. That's not your race. You can't do what I do. You're not called to do what I do. My next step is not your next step. But you have a next step, but it's not mine, right? You have your own journey. And what happens so many times is we sit at church and it's the pastor's job or it's the life group pastor's job or it's the ministry leader's job, someone else's job to help me on my next step. Or I'm just gonna kind of, whatever the crowd's doing, I'm just gonna follow the crowd. And what happens is then spiritually, you don't develop personally. You get stagnant, you get in some offshoot someplace. You come to that line up here where you're just growing really good, you didn't make a right decision. You know, you chickened out, you backed up, you just chose not to do that thing, and then you're stuck. Your spiritual development sticks right there, but I don't know that. People around you don't know that. We're just moving on, and you're way back here trying to do the things we do up here. And what happens is you get a church that's trying to function in the Holy Spirit and operation in the power of God, but yet they got people who are not obeying God. They're so grieved and quenched the Spirit of God. They're way back here someplace. You cannot get stuck in your spiritual development process and still be walking in the power of the Spirit of God. They do not go together because you grieve and quench Him. That's just how it works. And don't get confused by the warm fuzzy you feel sometimes. Oh, that was God. Sometimes it's just a warm fuzzy. Like you go to a movie. You ever go to a movie and cry? Men don't admit to it. Have you ever go to a movie and cry? How many of you been to movies and cried? All right, yeah. That movie wasn't real. Right? Have you ever gone to a movie and man, you got so fired up, like, whoa, man, that was awesome, right? I mean, if the military recruiter was standing right outside that movie, right? And you saw that particular movie, everybody's ready to sign up, right? It's not real. You're sitting there talking to your kid, they're watching TV or the movie, and that scary thing happens, you know, and you say, it's not real, honey. That really didn't happen. Or like in my house when I was like getting ready to be a driver, and you'd see Starsky and Hutch, and they drive like on two wheels, right? They jump, you know, Dukes of Hazzard jumping stuff, and my dad would say, I'm getting ready to drive here. It doesn't work that way. Like, Tim, don't try it. Because you can see my eyes going, this is going to be so awesome. I can't wait to try this. Right? It's like, no, don't do that. It doesn't work that way. Right? Are you ready? You ready? You can come to church. You can have the moment. The Spirit of God is stirring you. And then what you say is, it's not real. Because how you live Monday through Saturday looks like it's not. Do not get warm fuzzies confused with the work of the Holy Spirit in you. They're not the same. Warm fuzzies dissipate. The work of the Holy Spirit is real. You can be grieving and quenching the Holy Spirit of God. You can be living a powerless walk as a Christian. You can come to church, and then the song may move you. The message may stir you. God may speak into you and give you an opportunity to respond. But if you walk away without responding correctly, it's just a warm fuzzy. It's not real. You're going to walk away and still be a gossip. It's not real. You're going to walk away and still be a toddler. It's not real. You know, I watch one of those home makeover shows. I want to get emotional. That's so awesome, you know what I'm saying? I see a TV thing where a child's abducted. I hurt. Right, there's certain things that I can watch TV, I can watch a movie, and my emotions respond. My brain, my energy, whether it's positive or negative or sad or excited, I respond to that, right? We can listen to music. I mean, there's times you want to listen to music that's soothing, and there's times you want to listen to music that amps you up, right? Right? That doesn't make it real. It just means our body responds to that stuff. My body responding to things is not the same as the Spirit of God working in me. They're different. We've got to make a decision that we're going to walk a journey of chasing after the heart of God, that we're going to deny ourselves, we're going to pick up the thing we don't want to do, and we're going to chase after the heart of God at full speed. We've got to make a decision, not that it's easy, but the people around us are worth it, that it's worth the lostness around us, the unchurched, the de-churched, the cynical people who think the Bible's not real or God doesn't do miracles anymore. We've got to make a choice that it's worth it. For some of us, it's our husbands or our wives or our children or our parents or our neighbors. There are people in our lives that right now are living without Christ. They may go to church, but they're living without Jesus.